Hey! Yeah, kind of an exciting video. Hopefully it's not too echoey in here. I think it probably is going to be. But welcome to, I guess, my man cave. After all this time, I've been waiting for so long. Finally, my garage has been built. So I got the keys today. Not going to be doing anything in here today because it's quite late now. But yeah, welcome to my garage. Finally. Super fortunate and very grateful that I've now got this space. In the UK, I just had a single garage which was really taken up by the GTR. Once the GTR was in there, there was no space for anything else. I had small shelves kind of at the back of the garage, but that was it. That's all you could fit in there. And literally, I had to put the GTR all the way, pretty much touching the shelves to then get the door closed. In here though, it's much bigger. Lots of room for activities, as they would say. So I guess I'll take you on a quick tour of this one room. Let's show you what we've got. So, yeah, here's the garage. This is what I'm playing with now. First and foremost, I guess the elephant in the room at the moment is the sink. So I do have running water in here, which is nice. It's only cold water, mind, but that's really cool to wash hands, wash parts. We've got a few outlet sockets kind of dotted around the room. We've got a double garage door there. So I opted to get it kind of clad in this OBD, not OBD, because that's the carport thing. I think it's ODB, I think is what it's called. Anyway, it kind of gives it this, I guess, semi-industrial look, maybe. But yeah, anyway, I thought it kind of suited it quite well, kind of just adds a little bit of warmth, and it also gives me lots of places to kind of mount things to if I want to. Like I said, lots of outlets. I also have an outlet up here, so I am getting aircon in here. So up here, there's going to be an air conditioning unit, so that will also heat and cool. So that's going to be cool. So definitely going to be working in here all times of the year, whether it's hot or cold. This room will be nice. Also, another nice feature I've got. So if you didn't know, in Japan, it's 110 volts outlet, but I requested a 200 volt outlet. So this is going to be used for when I get a welder. Rather than 110 volts, I can be using 200 volts. So that's two phase. Yeah, there's not really much else to show you actually. Yeah, so nice big opening, double doors. This centerpiece can be removed quite quickly. And I've basically just got one massive opening there if I want, but one car can fit through the one side. So I'm hoping, although I've not had any cars in here yet, I'm thinking that I'm going to put the GTR here. That's kind of going to take up most of that space, although I'll push it hard against the wall, but that will take up most of this space here. I'm not sure where I am chronologically with my videos, but my other project car, if I haven't already shown it, is probably going to be sitting here. It's quite a bit smaller than the GTR, probably half the length, half the width. So that's where that's going to sit. So the idea is I'm probably going to have some kind of storage here to put like the welder and things. I'm thinking I'm going to put my quick jacks in the corner here. Then some kind of cupboard, toolbox cabinets. Then the back here is going to be kind of workbench area and probably more storage. We also get some high storage up here. One of the other things I had was these beams are actually structural beams. So we left them exposed so that if I want to mount anything, these are kind of, solid beams that I can put a bit of weight on if I want to. We have 6 LED lights in here, keeping it nice and bright. Not really much else to say. I'll probably cut to tomorrow because there's not really much else to show you. It's kind of just an empty room and garage, but super excited. I really can't wait to get in here. But tomorrow, first job of owning the garage is I am going to paint the floor. Now I had a choice between, I guess, epoxy or painting it. Now, epoxy is obviously really nice to look at, but I'm worried that it's kind of going to peel itself. I know there are kits you can buy, but I've heard stories that the kits aren't so good and they quite often get lifted by hot tires. The fact that I'm going to be parking the GTR in here and obviously the other project car, it's kind of straight from the racetrack, they're going to have hot tires possibly, so I don't want that. Painting, sure, it's not as good as epoxy, but painting is so easy to touch up if I need to. Now, the concrete floor is clean, it's fresh, it's been drying for quite some time, probably a couple of months now, so it's pretty dry in here. But I'm going to primer it, even though I'm not 100% sure it needs primering. But if anything, as we all know from painting, the prep is kind of makes the finish. So I'm thinking if I do a really good job priming it, then painting it, hopefully it's going to give me a nice finish. I'm going to jump to tomorrow now. We'll start painting the floor, I guess. So we'll see you in a bit. Hey guys, we're back again. Yeah, it's the next day. It's beautiful weather today. I think it's gonna reach about 21 degrees. So a perfect day, I think, to start painting the garage floor. I've had a quick sweep around. I've got most of the dirt out. The only problem is it's a little bit windy today. I'm trying to keep the dust out, but realistically, I don't think it's going to be possible just because there's so much wind. But I think it will be okay once I get the paint down. It should be okay. So the first thing I'm going to do is start masking off the area. I've decided I think I'm going to paint just a little bit up the wall. So when they're building it, there's some kind of line that they've put around a level line. Not sure what that was for, but I'm going to reuse that line as the line of me painting. So I'll show you quickly. This is what I'm going to be putting down first. It's just from the local hardware store. And this is kind of concrete primer. Like I said before, the floor is brand new concrete, so I think it should be okay. But everyone knows with painting, prep work is king. So I'm going to use this primer, hopefully to get a real good hold on the concrete. And then, yeah, then paint the concrete floor paint. So this is the line. I don't know if you can see this, but there's a line here and that goes all the way around the edge. So that's what I'm going to use. It's maybe 2 inches up the wall. Yeah, I think that'll give me a nice kind of finish, just tucking up a little bit. Rather than, I'm not going to paint all of this. I don't think there's any need to, and I think it will look really nice with that just 2-inch lip on there. So I need to mask around the edge here. Obviously I need to mask around here. I'm probably going to paint over this lip and down, but no further. I've also got a couple of drain covers that I will need to just mask over a little bit. And I think that's it. This is probably going to be the worst part, is kind of painting around that. In hindsight, I probably should have painted it before we put the sink in, but I think it'll be okay. I think I can paint around that. I have a small brush, so I'm pretty sure I can do something with that. So yeah, let's get painting, I guess. Okay, I've got the line masked off, I've got the drains masked off, I've got the outside lip masked now, so I guess it's a case of getting the primer down. So we're about halfway done. It's taking way longer than I expected. But yeah, it's looking pretty good. Yeah, I'll crack on. Painted myself into this back corner now by the door. It's looking really good already. By the roller doors, it's already starting to dry quite well because I had them open and because of the lovely, beautiful sunshine. But yeah, it's looking really good. On the can, it says, or on the container, it says that it should take about 1 hour in the summertime and 2 hours in the wintertime before it's kind of cured, ready to paint over again. But I'm probably going to leave it a couple of hours. Although it is nice and hot today, I just want to make sure it really kind of bites into the concrete and gives me a good surface to paint on top of. So I'll finish this last little piece that I'm standing on, and then we'll come back later. Okay, it's been a few hours now. It's definitely dry in here. It's looking really good. I'm really happy with this. So next is on to the painting. Yeah, so here's the floor paint that I'm using. It's from the same manufacturer as the primer, so yeah, should go well together. 14 litres apparently should cover this, so we'll see. It should be enough for 2 coats, I'm hoping. So yeah, I was going to go for a green. I quite like the green on a workshop floor, but I decided to just opt for grey, or kind of a battleship grey, or American grey. There you go, American grey. So I'm just gonna, same again, I'm just gonna get a brush, go around the edges, kind of like the detailing, cutting parts, and then I'll get the roller out again and roller the floor. It took me about 2 hours to do the whole of this, so it's 4:15 now, so let's see how I get on. I've cut all the edges in now. I've started painting. The paint is really adhering to this primer so well. I'm really impressed with that actually. It's really kind of sticking to it. I think hopefully I should be able to paint this pretty quick. And it's nice also doing this layer because I can see where I have been and haven't been. I guess the next layer of this is going to be more difficult because I won't be able to see what's fresh and what's old. But anyway, I'm going to crack on and see how I get on. Final stretch now. How good does this look? I'm really happy with how it's coming out, to be honest. It's taken me a lot shorter time. It's only been about an hour on this coat. I think because the primer just kind of got absorbed by the concrete, so I was having to kind of really work to get it painted. But now painting on top of the primer, it's just adhering so easily. I'm really going quite quickly on it. So yeah, I'll get this last stitch painted and then we'll see how it looks. Okay, that's it. I've painted everything now, all the way up into this corner. So yeah, see you tomorrow. Oh, it's looking good. Morning guys. It is the next day. Floor is looking great. It's definitely dry and good, although I can now see that there's a few places, I don't know how well you can see that, just there, that I've missed. Another one just here. So I guess crack on and get the next coat done. I'm thinking about maybe opening the shutters. I just don't want it to blow in too much dust again. So I'm going to open them a little bit and see what happens. The shutters are open. It's yeah, not so windy today, so I think it'll be okay. But yeah, it's looking so good. I'm really happy with how this is going. Yeah, let's crack on and get painting. And there we are, painted myself back into the corner. Yeah, it's looking really good. That's the second coat. I definitely think I've got enough paint to do a third coat, so I will do that later on. It's 10 AM in the morning, so I've got plenty of time for it to dry and get another coat this evening. I think the weather is beautiful, so yeah, I'll catch up in a little bit. Hey guys, it's been a few minutes since I painted the floor, and as you can see behind me, we have some furniture, some cupboards. Yeah, I'm really pleased. Got the cupboards on the wall. In hindsight, I kind of wish I got another couple of racks instead of cupboards, maybe 2 cupboards and 2 racks. But hey ho, it's no problem. Still can't have enough storage, so, and it gets it up off the floor, so I still have kind of a walkway down the side here. I have the sink with its overhead storage. Not sure what I'm going to put in this, to be honest. Maybe some soap and stuff. At the moment, my welding mask and a roller brush. And then I'm going to have this as my kind of cleaning rack. So I've got all of my cleaning stuff there. At the moment, everything I've got is in boxes, so I need to unpack it all and kind of put it all into its storage place. Moving on to, I'm probably going to make I haven't got any pegs at the moment. I need to get some pegs so I can use this pegboard. But I'm probably going to use this as kind of a charging station. I'll probably put my power tools here, chargers. I'm going to mount the charger on the wall. I do have 2 chargers, so I'm going to put one on the wall as a permanent fixture, then the other one I can kind of take where I want it. I've got my roller cabinets, which need organising and tidying because it's just all crammed in there from the shipping from the UK. Again, I've got loads of tools all packed away in these boxes. I need to unpack all of those and get them organised. I did start on this pegboard, lining up some of the tools. Moving over to here, this is going to be my kind of electronics, multimeters, etc., extension leads. Then this is going to be my parts rack. I don't want to give away too much about what I've got planned, but yeah, this is going to be a parts kind of storage area. Although I do need to get those braces out of the way because they kind of take up bench space there. This I've just got as storage, general storage. In here I'm going to start storing kind of my jacking equipment. They're all the rubber blocks for the quick jacks. And then over here, eventually this will be where I put my welder because I do have the welding outlet there, 200 volt outlet. But at the moment I've got kind of axle stands and the quick jack stuff. I've got this little trolley, so when I'm working on stuff I can put stuff beside me. And then this is kind of crammed everything into the corner at the moment. So I've got my shop vac, I've got the crawler board and some steps that I've borrowed. And also my jack is hiding down there in the corner. I was gonna mount the quick jacks on the wall, have some kind of wall hanging system, but to be honest with you, they're quite heavy and I don't really like lugging them about. So at the moment, my best thing I've found is just to stick them in the middle of the garage. They don't really hinder any walking around or anything. There's still plenty of space for the 2 cars. But it does mean having them in the middle means I can quickly just move one. You know, if I'm working on a car here, I just move one on that side. Or if I'm working on the GTR, I just move the other one that side. So, you know, it's pretty good setup, I think. So I think I might just leave them in the middle. The only elephant in the room I have is these 4 wheels. Now, as you can tell, it doesn't take a genius to know that they are for the GTR. Yeah, I'm not going to tell you what wheels they are because it might spoil the surprise. But I'm in 2 minds. I don't know whether to either store them in another place outside the garage. I have another storage area, so I might store them in there. But I kind of feel like it would be cool to mount them here as kind of a display. But I've been looking online and I'm not sure kind of about wheel display racks. If you guys have any suggestions or if you guys have any kind of wheel display racks, that'd be cool to, you know, let me know what you're using. But yeah, I don't know what to do. At the moment, they're annoying being in the middle there because it kind of takes up space where a car could be. But I just don't know what to do with them at the moment. So yeah, so I'm all moved in now to the garage. It's now just a case of kind of finding the best place to put things. I'm gonna fettle around with that, probably get some more things hung on the wall, like the crawler board. I think I want to hang on the wall just so it doesn't take up floor space. Yeah, anyway, so I hope you've all enjoyed this video. It's probably about 5 weeks since I got the keys to the garage. So yeah, it's been a while, but I'm really happy now and I've got plenty of videos already been recorded. This video will probably be my next upload, but after that I've got a few more videos which will be working on cars in this garage, but without the furniture. You'll note there's a little bit of a time continuity error there, yeah, I wanted to release this video first because it kind of makes sense, because I didn't want to suddenly be in this place and you'll be wondering, oh, where is he? So yeah, I'm going to release this one first and then I've got some others to release, including what these wheels are, and also some case stuff which you might be able to see. So thank you all for watching. I hope you've enjoyed the video of my new man cave, I guess. So yeah, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and drop a comment down below, especially if you have some wall display hangers. What do you use? I really want to know. But yeah, other than that, subscribe if you haven't already, and yeah, I'll see you in the next video. Take care, bye.